Oh my god, I can't believe it's been 4 years. 4 years of the podcast. So, let's sit back, kick an ash, and let's cross it out. Let's go. Let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CrossYouOut podcast. And of course, I am your host, Eric Cross. And in today's show, well, it's been 4 years since I've been doing the podcast. And we got a special guest still, Barry Allen. He's laying right here, asleep. No, but seriously, it has been 4 years of me doing the podcast, and it has been a journey in itself. And I cannot believe the absolute craziness, the things that have happened over the past 4 years have just been crazy. First things first, let me get into this. Today's show, we're going to be recapping and talking about the last 4 years. What can we see from the future? Hopefully some more stuff. And as of right now, I will also be doing a pocket dump of what I have in my pockets. I took it out of my pocket, so I don't have to keep on reaching in. But we'll go from there. Anyways, 4 years. 4 years of me doing the podcast, and it has been a labor of love. It has been a journey of trying to see and figure out what can I do. What are the things that I can basically just do better in. And when I started this, I just started doing the audio. The audio was very simple, cut, paste, easy, nothing really crazy. But when I get into the video editing and the video podcasting itself, that's where the challenge begins, and that's where you kind of have to learn on the fly if you're not trained on editing, and just keep on trying to do as best as possible, as best as you can. For instance, the Foods on Film. I did an an upside view of the podcast when I did one of my cigar dumps and the EDC stuff that I was showing off, which simple and easy enough. But this time with the Foods on Film, I got to do one camera with myself and Santana, and then another one with Jose and Arturo, and it's kind of hard going to edit that back and forth. So I had to learn on the fly. I had to learn, hey, do this, do this, do this, do that. Don't do this, but do that. And it's challenging. It's a work in progress. I think we're how many episodes in? I think 4 episodes, 3 episodes. Let's see. Let me double check, make sure. 3. We're gonna be doing our 4th episode, which would be happening sometime next week, maybe Friday, maybe Monday, somewhere in that range. But whenever I get done editing that, it's because I can sit here, do this podcast, the CrossYouOut podcast, shoot one camera angle, which I'm going to have another angle right now as well when I do my pocket dump. But for the most part, it's just one shot of me editing, boom, 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 and that's it. But I got to do, when someone's talking, someone else is talking, and it's a challenge to edit that when you really don't have that much experience doing so. So you got to keep on trying to figure out what to do, how to do it. And I think, and I hope that I'm getting better at it. Well, it goes further on and further on, but for the most part, it's a challenge. It's a challenge to try to do it, but again, it's absolutely totally worth it, because if my beautiful wife did not push me to do this, I wouldn't be doing the podcast right now. Probably would be, I don't know. I really don't know what I would be doing besides life in general. But you know this episode is going to be 136, Wu Tang forever. um, yeah, episode 136 is crazy. For the last 4 years, I've been doing this, and I don't remember exactly what episode. Let me see. I can get that right now, hopefully. Because that was a long time ago. Long time ago. So episode 52 was the first episode that I did on the podcast, and that was a episode of kind of a behind the scenes look of me doing the audio version of the podcast, just to kind of give you guys a look and see behind the curtain, basically. And then it gradually went into just a full audio or a full video podcast, which is crazy because, looking back at some of the videos, trying to do the best I can for the most part. All the audio gear that I purchased over the years, the cameras, the lighting situation, all this has just been a labor of love. And seeing how it looks now, with enough for 4 people to sit here and just talk about movies. Myself can sit here and talk about what I want to talk about, my EDC stuff, my wrestling, my cigars, the absolute freedom that I have doing this is amazing, and I love it. I love doing this, and again, my goal is still being able to put that YouTube plaque, the YouTube plus symbol right there, and being able to continue on and go and go and go. That is my goal for the podcast itself. Whether it's me doing it with here or me doing it on Fuzon Films, but nonetheless, that is going to be a true labor of absolute love, and I cannot wait to see what else is going to happen. Hopefully, within a year or so, I can probably do some interviews, with certain people. I don't know. I want to broad out a little bit and see what I can do with this podcast. And see what my limit is, and if I can break it. You know what I mean? So, all right, let's get into the EDC dump that I have, and I'm gonna go up to the up camera quick. So the first thing I got right here is my Hitch and Timber, the rustic heirloom wallet. Is that the right one? Let's see. It's a rustic heirloom. It's the Hitch and Timber wallet. Yep. And it was, I've had this for about a year now. I want to get a different color. I wanted to get the, I believe it's called Tobacco. It looks amazing. It looks super red. It's crazy. But yeah, this has been my wallet. I have a Travax, excuse me, RFD blocker that came on the one of the Travax wallets that I just nabbed and put it on here because it's just sitting there. So that's my wallet right now on of course a Wu-Tang bead that I found on Etsy. So there you go with that. All right. So now we go into my hank. I always need a hank. I always need the microfiber cloth that goes on the back of it, and just a dope ass design. This is the Awesome Hanks. What is it? The stained glass Falcon handkerchief, and you can see the Millennium Falcon. I am a Star Wars fan, you know. But Millennium Falcon, look at that, just design. It's real small compared to the Mighty Hanks. This is the 007 Hank that I got from Mighty Hanks, but this is pretty much my newest little hank that I've been putting in my pocket. Also, I mean, nothing new here, besides one of the things on this. But this is my my keys on an Urban Carver quick release. This is absolutely crazy. Just the magnet on this is fucking wild. But look at that. Oh shit. Yeah, it's strong. This is my keys, Wu-Tang leather, a leather keychain that I ended up getting on Etsy as well. And then this. So first things first, I had this this JRW Tough Clip Carry Commission, the Tough Clip that was on all my keychains. The only reason I switched this, and I love this a lot, it's a full titanium, but the only reason I switched it out is because it felt too long for my keys to hang. It felt real low on my when I hanged it off my belt loop. And this right here is a OTR clip, OTR 5-in-1 D shape carabiner. So this is the only problem with this is that it like goes into like that, but it's very hard to kind of hook on. But once it's hooked on, it's good. So that is that. When it comes to the that clip, because I ended up finding it over at Lowe's, and I was like, what, might as well try it, something new, but that's it. Now, two new things that I'm very excited about. Let me get into this one first. So this is the TI Baseline Field Watch from Big Idea Designs. Look at that watch. That is absolutely amazing. I was looking for a watch to start wearing more and more, because I gave my wife my Apple Watch, and I was just like, what, I need to start wearing a watch. Feel like I'm getting a little older, so a nice watch around my wrist should be good. And I think at that time, throughout this time, it's just it is what it is. Wanting to start wearing a watch. I didn't want to wear a G-Shock because I've never liked a G-Shock watch. Yes, they are very reliable. They are very good watches to wear, but for the most part, for me, I don't like it. I don't. So I wanted to go with something that's sleek, that's something that's really nice, and the TI baseline field watch meets that criteria. But the only thing that I can say is that the band itself, the band is very comfortable. Don't get me wrong, I like wearing it, but when I try to hook it on right here, this part of the loop will like tuck itself in. So I'm just like struggling to put the shit put it through the hole. So I'm like, and that's not what she said. So that, but yeah, that's the only issue that I have with this band. I do want to get the TI bracelet for the watch, but when they comes in, I will definitely get that. They're out of stock right now, so that's the bricks, son. So, I also ended up getting some off the grid uh, jeans. Um, these are very comfortable. I should have went a size down because I'm usually at 36, 34, somewhere in that range. Sometimes on a good day, but this one is it's a little wide, but nothing like too crazy. If I put a belt on, I'm fine. Yeah, but the pants themselves are really good. I might throw the picture up. I might not. I don't know how it looks. So, but for the pants themselves, I love off the grid pants. They feel amazing, and especially all the pockets for my stuff, for all my EDC stuff, I can carry. And the most important part I like is this back part that has where above where the wallet, where you usually put your wallet at, there is another pocket above it that you can put either your phone in, or you can throw your wallet in there and then put your phone in your back pocket. But that is off the grid pants. Go check them out. I love them. And now the this is the one I wanted to. I wasn't sure about getting, but then when I got it, I fell in love with it. I was gonna go with the Benchmade, the Bug Out, but I didn't. I looked at some reviews and I just didn't like how flimsy it felt, because a lot of people were saying that the Bug Out is real flimsy in the scales and stuff like that, and this feels the same, or I would assume feel the same way, but you can feel it's not like bending in. It's just there. This is the Benchmade Bailout, and as you can see, that is on an Urban Carver double cross. I love that bead right there. But look at this blade. Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Let's see. This is a MP or CM or CPM 3V steel. Man, just the action on this is absolutely amazing. Granted, that hurts my hand, but that's another thing. So that is my carry, and usually I will have my lighter with me as well, and as well as my Jeremy Sires scissors, as you can see. So those are usually my EDC stuff. This is usually my carry right here, but man, this has been crazy. The last 4 years have been absolutely crazy. I am 100% thankful for everybody that has watched a episode, continues to watch an episode. Please share, put all this stuff, like, subscribe, all that stuff. And for the, for the last 4 years, has been not a challenge, but it's been a uphill battle to get to where we're at right now. Because I've done this all by myself, for the most part. And for me to continue to push forward and continue to, wanting to do this every month or every weeks or so is a challenge, but I want to keep on doing this because I love doing this, and I really appreciate everybody that has watched, continues to watch, and shares all that stuff. What's next for the podcast? That I don't really know, because I will continue to do the AEW podcast or the AEW pay-per-views reviews. I will be able to do some EDC stuff. As of right now, there's not like much things that I need to get. I am waiting for my my Lander, I believe Lander 5 to come in, which would probably be next month or the month after. So we'll see when that comes out, because I'm a Kickstarter, so hopefully that will come in very soon. But as of doing this more and more, I'll do it as much as I can. But I know for the most part, Foods on Film is the big priority, basically. So we will, honestly, we'll see what happens. I can't say, I'm going to stop doing this, because I'm not going to stop doing this. This is something that I love doing. So, yeah, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Again, thank you so much for joining me this episode. Thank you for help celebrating with myself and Barry Allen on food, and then continue to watch Foods on Films. Watch the podcast, watch that one. Just come and support. That's all I ask, and and I really appreciate everything. Go and check out the last episode of Foods on Film, also the episode of the AEW Forbidden Door, and continue to subscribe, like, and comment, and do everything you can to help me out here. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, Cross out. Good night, everybody.